call it cockiness. Some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team. And we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Washington's offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Got a man. It's Coleman. Fights off the defender. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Williams looking for a man. Starting to feel a little pressure. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and then next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field. There's nothing you can do about it.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
The Huskies trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option.
Touchdown, Washington! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buckeyes offense has its first opportunity of the day. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David. It's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him, and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Breaks the tackle.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
Down a touchdown right out of the chute. They'll try to keep their first drive alive by converting on 4th down from their own territory. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The give out of the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Pulls it in. It's Smith. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Finding an escape route. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. And the Buckeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
And that short completion now sets up a big third down here in the red zone for this team. They haven't scored yet. They're only trailing 7-0, and this is a big one. It's very, very hard to throw the football in this area of the field. You get the feeling a critical third down now. They need something good to happen, putting a lot of trust in their quarterback to make the right decision and make the big play.
Third and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. Trying to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? And the Huskies backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Got a man, it's Evans. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass. Throwing right. Got his man all by himself. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around. Hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Williams will pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops the throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give to the lone running back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here comes the heat. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And I expect them after that incompletion to go for it here on fourth down again. I know they're in their own end of the field right now, but we talked to the coaching staff coming into this one. They said, we are going to be aggressive no matter what. We haven't seen the punter in this game yet for them, and I don't think you're going to see him here either.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. A low line drive and short kick. They'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Williams looking for a man. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Might as well give it to him again. Got the first down. Looking for more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. This guy is doing work on the outside, and the sweet toe tap to stay in bounds there.
How about the sweet feet? I mean, it's so hard to know where you're at on the sidelines and have good body control. And you could tell he did. Gets the feet down, secures the catch. That is a nice catch. Nice footwork, young fellow.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Leaves it with the back. The Buckeyes will move the sticks.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Trying to pick it up on the ground. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry up. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Wyoming. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They make the stop, and he'll have an... For a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
With the catch, it's Graham. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Fires to the tight end. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, the ground game. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long, and here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Hard running there. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Defensively, with all the space now in spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Leaves it with the running back. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it. Still on his feet. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Turning it on! They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Williams will pass. Here's a heat. Got the first down himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Grab near the marker. It's Tate. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Gotta love the way the defense is playing here on this drive. Down in the game in the fourth quarter, they're expecting run, and they're getting stops these last two snaps. If they can get a big play here, they've got an opportunity to get off the field and probably get pretty good field position to put their offense in a position to maybe go score.
Under fire. They just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He might want another play. Gotta have it here on fourth down. Makes a grab past the marker. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
As an offense, you've got the lead. You've had success running the football. You hope that this play is just a blip because you know you're going to have to lean on your bell cow running back to ice this game and close it.
And the Buckeyes hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Handoff from the gun. Oh, better look out. He has the first and still on his feet. Timeout is called with just a single second left. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the part each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.